അപ്പൊ ഇതിന് മുമ്പ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഓർക്കസ്ട്രേറ്റ് സ്ട്രൈക്കർ ഉണ്ടായത് ഫാബിയോ കാസ്റ്റോലൊക്കെയാണ്. അതേ ഒരു ഇതാണ് പുള്ളിക്കും വന്നേക്കണ. ഓക്കെ, നമുക്കപ്പോ ഒരു കളി കളിപ്പിച്ച് നോക്കാം എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് കാര്യങ്ങളും. പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിമാണ് കാര്യം. പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം ആദ്യം കളിക്കാറില്ല. എനിക്ക് എന്റെ പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം അത്ര ഇതാവാറില്ല. കളിപ്പിച്ചു നോക്കാം. ഏ ഏ മെസ്സിന കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. ആങ്കറിങ് ഞാൻ ഫോർലാനെ കൊടുത്തോക്കുകയാണ്. പരീക്ഷ മാച്ചിലോട്ട് ഓടുന്നുണ്ട്. കാര്യം ഞാൻ പേഴ്സണലി പ്രിഫർ ചെയ്യില്ല പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം. എനിക്ക് പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം അത്ര സൂട്ട് ആവാറില്ല. നമുക്ക് പക്ഷെ ഇത് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടെന്ന്.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Well, there are plenty who would
അത്
say the mark of
തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോ തന്നെ
good
വള്ളിയാണല്ലോ.
the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything he did
ഓക്കെ,
was
മെസ്സി
pretty much
മെസ്സി
perfect. His
ജാഗോ പെട്രോ
positioning, his movement with and without the ball,
ഫോർലാൻ മെസ്സി.
ability to receive
ഊഫ്,
it and turn away from
നല്ല
defenders.
പാസ്.
And don't get me started about his finishing.
For sure, a name to strike fear into the hearts of goalkeepers everywhere.
ഊഫ്,
Just
ബിച്ച്. ഓ,
denied by an
സേവ്.
instinctive save.
Mateus Cunha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's a pretty loose pass. And now they can
Ready.
string out a defence. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Aimed beyond the defence. And now they can clear their lines.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Played out to the right. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Forlan.
റോള്.
Have an attempt on.
ഇപ്പത്തരം കാണിക്കലടാ.
Goes looking wide. Can he get it through? Oh, super ball. He's having a shot.
എല്ലാം കാണിച്ചു. ഓ, ഫോർലാൻ എന്താ സ്കൂള് അവൻ്റെ.
Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Rodri. And this is Van Basten.
എടാ
Oh, what has happened here?
കൊണാമി.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's Forlan! Now he wants to get on the act here.
Bangladesh really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So, third corner of the game.
ഓ, എല്ലാം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. പുതിയ കാർഡ് നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്.
Punched away. Milan are looking to go forward.
ഊഫ്,
Matheus Cunha. And that's been one straight back. And he's in on goal. Matches Cunha!
pass കൊടുത്തിട്ട്
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Gets into some space. That's tidy. That's a risky ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Forlan. Raul. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Rooney is there to clear. Costa Curta. Joao Pedro. Now it's Messi. Nicely spread. Raul. Raul plays it in. And he was alert to it. Out to the right.
2 added minutes has been
time.
indicated.
Excellent interception. Milan looking to pass their way through. Mendes could try cutting inside here. It's a mighty effort! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Milan failed to capitalise in stoppage time, so we are as we were. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center?
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been...
It's Zico! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Kimmich clears. Baresi. He shifted it to the flank. Looking to play him in. Shoots! There it is!
Oh,
Ayer,
quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Milan still this single goal behind. Spread it left. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And this is Forlan. Shot a goal! Oh, the goal ever so well.
Joao Pedro clearly thought he had the keeper.
McTominay! That was superb goalkeeping.
McTominay is offering a wry smile there.
That is a great pick out. Hefty challenge. Ball's gone out of play. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's had it nicked away. And that's gone loose. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mathias Cunha. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's having a go!
Matheus Cunha really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling.
Has a shot! Van Basten!
Ay.
What a player! So finish, an absolute joy! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough.
Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Koundé with the slide tackle there. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Kimmich. And they're quick to get it back. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Milan with a free kick then. So the perfect chance to get one back. Fallen! He went for the curler.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Zico has got himself a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Joao Pedro. 5 minutes to add. Nuno Mendes. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Threads one in. Great ball if he can get there. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പാ ഞാൻ ഒരു കളി ഡിവിഷൻ മാച്ച് കളിച്ചു നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് പേഴ്സണലി അത്രയൊരു റിസൾട്ട് അല്ല വന്നേക്കുന്ന കാര്യം. എനിക്ക് പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം അങ്ങനെ കളിക്കാറുമ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം ഈ ഫോർമേഷൻ ആണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്ന കാര്യം. മൂന്ന് മിഡ്ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് വന്നാലും പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം ഇത്തിരി കൂടി ഈ ഫോർമേഷൻ സെറ്റ് ആവുമെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്. കോച്ചിന്റെ അത്യാവശ്യം ഡീസന്റ് കോച്ചാണ്. എനിക്ക് പൊസിഷൻ ഗെയിം കളിക്കാറുള്ള ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ ഇത് മെയിൻ പ്രശ്നമാണ്. ഈ ഫോർമേഷൻ അതിന് പറ്റിയതല്ല. ഈ വലിയ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ബാക്ക് അത്യാവശ്യം സ്റ്റേബിൾ ആണ് ഞാൻ നോക്കിയിട്ട്. അത്യാവശ്യം ത്രൂ ബോളും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഇടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇച്ചിരി കൂടി മിഡ് സെറ്റപ്പ് ആയിരുന്ന ഇച്ചിരി കൂടി കളി വരുമെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത്രയൊക്കെ തന്നെ. ഈ കോച്ച് അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ലൊരു കോച്ചായിട്ടാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. വേറെ പ്രശ്നം കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നുമില്ല. കുറച്ച് കളി കളിപ്പിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ ശരിയായിരിക്കാം, പക്ഷെ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ലൊരു കോച്ചാണ്. കാര്യം ഫ്രീ കാർഡാണ്, ഡബിൾ ബൂസ്റ്റർ കോച്ച് ഫ്രീ കാർഡാണ്. അപ്പൊ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല കോച്ചാണ്. വേറെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ചൊന്നും പറയാനില്ല. അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ലൊരു കോച്ചാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ബൈ ഗൈസ്. ശോകം 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 ശോകം. യ്യോ, ദൈവമേ. നോക്കിയേ. റൊമിനിക്ക. ദൈവമേ. ഓപ്പണിന്റെ സീൻ. സീൻ ഒപ്പണന്റെ ടാക്ടിക്കലി കളിക്കണം.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the
കാര്യം
choreography, the camaraderie.
ഫുഡിന്നാണ്
The
വലിക്കേണ്ടി
fans
വരും.
have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
സ്റ്റിൽ
Well, the stage is set for a stirring
ബാക്കിൽ
showdown
ഇറക്കേണ്ടി വരും.
here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Andrew Cole, Jim, one of the strikers that defined an era in English football. Wouldn't you say his medal collection speaks for itself?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Peter, and I would put his success down to a strength of his that isn't immediately noticeable.
What's that?
His tactical intelligence, which allowed him to play the game very instinctively. His game is essentially about making runs in behind the defence or creating and exploiting space with his movement. But his ability to read the game and his anticipation makes him an absolute nightmare for any defence.
McTominay. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
അവനല്ലടാ നോക്കിയത്.
Scholes. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
അവനല്ല ഞാൻ നോക്കിയത്.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Cruyff! Decent hit from there. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yes, I'm afraid.
Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And claimed it back swiftly.
എടാ
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's Rummenigge! Oh, off the bar! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to...
Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. And he's there to belt it away. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's been cut out, well played. Darren Fletcher. Barcelona looking to pass their way through.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Barcelona finding their passes. Nuno Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Shot a goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Raul.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Costa Curta. Raul. And
എടാ
there's
ഭയങ്കര
a very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റണല്ല ഒരുമാതിരി ടീമൊക്കെ വന്നു.
Substitution for Milan, number 25, Nuno Mendes.
So off we go once more.
Replacing is number
Milan
27.
really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That is ended up in no man's land. Cole. And here's Cruyff. Now this could be a chance. Elects to cross. Now it's João Pedro. Raul. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
സൗഹൃദത്ത്
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Nice sequence of passes this. Good take, and is he in? Serginho. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Gives it back. Turns back here, probably the best option. And the keeper's got it again. Maldini. Looking tidy in possession here. And it's Forlan.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that is outstanding! A finish of true class! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Substitution for Milan, number 7, João Pedro.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Stojkovic.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Messi. Now can he finish? It's in! That is his ton, and does he not know it?
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent.
Victoria. Aliera. Magana. Sì, è ancora. Indio, Liga. Mettila.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Sono Giorgia.
So it's down to business here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Gerard Piqué. He's just about the toughest opponent you can imagine when it comes to one-on-one tussles, Peter. Pretty much unbeatable in the air or on the ground. He's also very comfortable on the ball and quite adept at picking a pass, whether it be long or short.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Bale. Now that's well seen too. And it's gone back to the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Pedri. Oh, there's a probing ball. It's Bale! Olise has another go! Bonucci gets good distance on it. And here's Bale. Bale! And that has skimmed the post.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Looking to play him in. And this is Forlan. Now that is commitment to the cause. Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Pedri can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Olise. He's got away. Chance! Oh, and again! Oh, the ball's come loose here. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Olise. So we're still where we started right now. Olise. Pedri threads one in. And a chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Stojkovic. Now it's João Pedro. And he's managed to get... And the shot! And they've got rid. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Nicely spread. Now it's Olise. Baresi with the foul. And that's going to be a booking. Koundé. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Anniversary for one of our fan club members.
And we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. It's Asa! It's in!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Pedri, good purposeful running this. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Good take, chance, surely! Goal! They are right back in business. business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Substitution for Milan. Number 2, Marquinhos. Number 7.
Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Number 15.
Knocks it into space.
Number 4.
Rummenigge. Rummenigge! It's loose now and they want to get it back. McTominay. Nuno Mendes. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Whistle's gone, that's foul. The
Out of the
referee
കൊടുക്കൂല.
here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And it's Mendes. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He has found the way through. He's had it taken off him. Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Rijkaard. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Forlan. Nuno Mendes. He's through here. Chance for a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Substitution for Milan. Number 25.
Milan are making a change now.
Number 17.
Milan complete their comeback and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Number 23.
And here's Messi.
Number 21. Messi. There will be 5 minutes added time.
And here's Forlan. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves...
Mm. Un torino. Mm. Penalty to
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a
oh,
stirring showdown
Brivihera.
here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neuer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. He's having a go!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kimmich. Now it's Torres. Can he latch on to this? Dealt with nicely by the defence. Has a look and plays it forward. No, he's not getting past him there. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's a mighty effort! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Torres. That ball looks a good one. He's found a way through. Torres. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In towards the back stick.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, good-looking ball. That's been slipped through. Pedri. Kimmich. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. Well, that's been cut out, well played. McTominay. Nuno Mendes. Spread
There
neatly.
will be 1 minute added time.
And that has been cleared. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back underway.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked at...
Mbappe!
എത്തിച്ചില്ല.
2 to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That's rather hopeful. The message is clear, none shall pass. Costa Curta. Bonucci. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's well spotted.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Aimed beyond the defence. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The ref's been lenient.